Okay, 6-5, you'll notice this is a very short PowerPoint. There are only 7 slides. So it's short and sweet, but it's a little bit challenging because we're going to have to make decisions now about which systems we're going to, which technique we're going to use to solve our system of equations. So this 6-5 is applying systems of linear equations. So we've used substitution, we've used graphing, we've used elimination, both addition, all including addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Now we have to decide which is the best method to use given the problems. So let's give it a whirl. Well, before we do, I guess I forgot. I had a little slide here. Let's see if I can slide that down a little bit. Okie doke. Here's a little chart to help you help decide which is the best method to use. And you might want to copy down this chart to help you remember what to do. Okay, so you know you can use any of these methods to solve the system of equations, but if you analyze the coefficients of each term, it can give you a hint as to what is the best one to use. So let's look at this. Well, I might actually get my yellow marker out again. Okay, so if you're going to do graphing, let's look at graphing. Graphing is best to use if you're estimating, okay? Graphing doesn't allow you a clear, exact answer. So graphing's best if you want a general answer. Okay, another method we talked about was substitution. And substitution works if you look at the coefficient and it has a 1 or a negative 1 for one of the variables. That meaning that you have x or negative x, right? If you have an x and you have a negative x that you can, if you have an x or a negative x or any of a variable, you can then substitute. So then you can substitute because you have a coefficient of 1 or negative 1. Elimination with addition. If one of the variables has opposite coefficients, okay, then you can use addition. So that would be when you have x and a negative x, all right? You'll use subtraction if one of the variables has the same coefficients. So if you had x and x and you had the same coefficients, then you'd subtract the whole equation. And finally, although we usually talked about just switching that to multiplying by -1 all the way across on that one. And finally, we use elimination with multiplication. If none of the above are true, then you try and find a common denominator, a common term that you could use, so then you could be able to do either addition or subtraction. Okay, now let's look at our next slide, if I can find, oh, here we go. Okay, let's determine the best method to solve this system of equations. 4x minus 4y equals 8 and 8x plus y equals 19. So there are no additive inverses here, nothing simple like that, right? But I see in this equation that we have a term that has a coefficient of 1. So we could y equals 8x plus 19, right? We could subtract negative 8x, or actually add 8x to both sides and get y equals 8x plus 19. So we could do that. So we could use that now, and then we could substitute. So we would have 4x minus 4 times 8x plus 19, and then we could solve that equation, all right? And then, of course, you would substitute it in. So this is pretty straightforward. This is really sort of a review section of all the different methods we've used. So you guys should know how to do this. Now we have 4x minus 32x plus 19, equals 8. All right? So 4x and negative 32x gives us a negative 28x plus 19 equals 8. Did I do something wrong? Oh, I didn't multiply 19, did I, guys? Thank you. Felt wrong. 4 times 19 is 76. So plus 76. There we go. So now we'll, it should be minus 76 though, shouldn't it? Yes. Right. So now we'll add 76 to both sides. And we get negative 28x equals 84. And if we divide by negative 28, we find out x equals a negative 3. And then, of course, you take your negative 3 and substitute it back in to find out what y equals. Okay? All right. Here's your guided practice. Go ahead and do all 4 of these problems. And as you do each problem, also write down, tell me which method, oh gosh, I can't write today, which method you used, okay? So not only solve the problem, but tell which method then as well. All right, good luck with those. Okay, here we have a little word problem. We knew we were going to get some of these, right, in this kind of a chapter, a section of the chapter. Of the 17 species of penguins, the largest is the emperor penguin. One of the smallest is the Galapagos penguin. The total height of the 2 penguins is 169 meters. You guys, so you 7th graders see some penguins, I guess, on Thursday, didn't you? Excuse me. The emperor penguin is 22 centimeters more than twice the height of the Galapagos penguin. Find the height of each penguin. So it sounds to me like we need to write a couple of equations. Okay, here's my first equation. The total height of the 2 penguin is 169 meters. How do I write that as an equation? Simply x plus y equals 169, all right? Now, what's our second equation? Our second equation says the emperor penguin is 22 centimeters more than twice the height of the other penguin. How do we write that? 22 centimeters more than twice the height. 22 centimeters more. So the height would be, let's see, if we're going to go x and y, we could say that y, why won't you let me work? Let's try it again. Y equals 22 plus 2x, right? 22 centimeters more than twice the height of the other one. So now we have 2 equations and we can solve our systems of equations, right? So I actually think I'm going, which one would you guys like to use, huh? You could substitute, sure. So we have x plus 22 plus 2x equals 169. You also could you could set this up differently and use subtraction. You could, if we had said, well, let's just do this. Don't worry about it. Okay, so we'll have 3x plus 22 equals 169 minus 22 on both sides. We get 9 from 2 is 7, and 147 equals 3x, and we divide both sides by 3, and we get x equals 49. What do you think about that idea? So that's 49, right? So that's the height of the smaller penguin, 49 centimeters. And then we substitute x back in, 49, we'll do it with this one, plus y equals 169, right? So minus 49 on both sides. And we find out that y equals 120 centimeters. So the height of the emperor penguin is 120 centimeters, and the height of the Galapagos is 49 centimeters. All right, guys. What else do we have to talk about here? Let's see. I bet you have a practice problem. No? Yes, just joking, I guess. Actually, back here, that was our snow day. That's what it looked like on Friday. We had a snow day and you guys already had the day off. Oh well. All right, here's your practice problem. And it's worth 1 bonus point on your homework. So do this problem. It's worth it. Good luck, and I will see you guys Monday.